Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Gabi. Shabbat Shalom, Noga. Shabbat Shalom, Zach, who is behind the scenes. We are so grateful and so fortunate to have this opportunity to celebrate Shabbat together. This is a special Shabbat. The Shabbat before Yom Ha'atzmaut. It's called Shabbat Kumah, the Shabbat of the rebirth. And a nice story is when I grew up in Argentina, we had a melody that we used to use at the beginning of our services. I grew up going to a conservative synagogue, and we had the words of Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. And I thought that was kind of an Argentinian thing. And I was once singing that to an Israeli that is very close to us, your mom. And she said, I know that melody, I know that song. In Israel, this is the song we used to hear every Friday afternoon as we welcome Shabbat. That was in all radios. So we are going to start our Shabbat here in Fullerton, thinking of Israel and thinking of this miracle that happened to the Jewish people 72 years ago, singing some of the words of Lecha Dodi as any other radio in Israel. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavla, Nekavla, Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekavla, Nekavla. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, u'mevorach. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to TVT. From wherever you are connecting with us, we welcome you. And we are glad that you are with us on Facebook, YouTube, that you are part of our community, our Keilah Kedosha, our sacred community. We will start our Shabbat service lighting Shabbat candles on page 120.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
thinking about this loving spirit that we experience in Shabbat, we turn our Sidurim to page 129. I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. Ani ledodi, bedodi li. Lechu neranena la Adonai. We welcome Shabbat with a deep sense of joy. We run towards Shabbat with joy and into the encounter with the sacredness of time and with the divine.
Lechu neranena l'Adonai, Nariah letzor ishenu, nekadma fanav betoda, bizmirot narihalo.
Shabbat with us, and every Shabbat we say Shabbat Shalom, and we say that words create reality. And if you want to create a Shabbat of peace, a Shabbat of wholeness, you need to say it out loud. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat is the words, Shabbat is the melodies. Shabbat is all of us singing and trying to transform the idea of the sacred into the reality of our lives. We turn our Sidurim now to page 134. Sambru Ladonai. Sing a song unto God.
The meaning of the Shabbat is to celebrate time rather than space. 6 days a week, we live under the tyranny of things of space. On the Shabbat, we try to become attuned to holiness in time. It is a day on which we are called upon to share in what is eternal in time, to turn from the results of creation to the mystery of creation, from the world of creation to the creation of the world.
As we engage in this time of personal transformation, this time for our souls, we turn our Sidurim to page 138. We welcome Shabbat, the bride. Lechadodi. We sing the first, the second, the fifth, the sixth, and the ninth verses of this beautiful poem as we enter the holiness of time.
Shabbat nekabela lechadodi likrat gala b'nei Shabbat nekabela shamar v'zachor b'dibur echad yishmianu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shamo echad Shemleti beret velitila lechadodi likrat kahala b'nei Shabbat nekabela lechadodi likrat kahala b'nei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelchad ki מקדם נעשו
תשפוך אחי ומצאני וחסות אני אאמין בנבנתיים אל תירא לך נביא לקראת קהלה כדי שבת נקרלה לך נביא לקראת קהלה כדי שבת נקרלה מועיל לשלום התלת ועלת גם בשמחה ובצולה תוך אמוני העם סגולה בואי קלה בואי קלה לך נביא לקראת קהלה כדי שבת נקרלה לך נביא לקראת קהלה כדי שבת נקרלה. You may be seated, and as we sit, I'd like to invite you during our in-person services, prayers. We take a moment after we sing Lechadodi, after we welcome Shabbat together, to acknowledge each other's presence and to dedicate a moment to say Shabbat Shalom to each other. So wherever you are connecting with us, from wherever you are connecting with us, this is a great opportunity to write in the comments Shabbat Shalom, to tell us that you are participating on our Shabbat service in YouTube, in Facebook, wherever you are, and to say good Shabbat Shalom to everyone right there. And as we do that, we are going to turn our Siurim now to page 140 or Psalm 92, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat. How great is to sing unto God.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות אדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון ולזמר לשמך עליון להגיד בבוקר חסדך לאמונתך בלילות עלי עשור ועלי נבל עלי היגיון בחינות צדיק כתמר יפרח כארז בלבנון יזכה שתולים בבית אדוני בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינובון בסביבה ושניים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא הבלעת בו.
Page 144, חצי קדיש. יתגדל והתקדש שמר רבב, בלמד יברח חילותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכם וביומכם וחיי בכל בית ישראל. בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יש מרב המבורך לעול גדול בעלמיה, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר, ויתרומם, ויתנשא, ויתהדר, ויתעלה, ויתהלל, שמי לקודשה, להילה מן כל ברכתה, משידתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמיד בעלמה, אמרו Amen. Turn our CD now to page 146 for Parhu, for the blessing, in which we acknowledge our ability to pray as community. Gabi will call us, and she will ask us on her call, are you ready to join me? Are you ready to pray? We will say, each of us from his or her own place, that we are here, that we are a community, and that we are ready to pray together.
Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Ba'en. You may be seated. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בדברו מרהיב ערבים, בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time, and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. ומעביר יום ומהביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ולילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, ברכו ברוך שמו, המרהיב ערבים. We turn our theory now to page 150. As we get closer to the Shema, we start thinking about the existence in this world of an everlasting love. An everlasting love that is a constant in the world, and it's up to us to recognize its existence. Our tradition teaches us that the moment of the Shema is a moment of unity. It's a moment of deep, deep connection between our souls and that source of Abat Olam, of everlasting love. And as we get closer to the Shema, I want to invite you to close your eyes just for a moment. Just for a moment. And in these days in which it seems to be difficult to breathe and to connect with our souls, to allow Shabbat to be our platform for this sacred gathering, for this sacred encounter, and to think about what makes you, what may feel deeply loved. Dear God, please never remove your love from us, never remove from us the ability to perceive the everlasting presence of your love. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people, Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, forevermore, Israel. We're on page 152 for the Shema.
Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. And please join me on page 154 or 54. And please join me with chanting Ve'ahavta. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם נאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אמן.
אדוני אלוהיכם, אמן באמונה כל סוד וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו, ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו. הפודנו מיד מלאכים, מלכנו עלינו מכל העריצים. All this we hold to be true and trustworthy for us. And as we think about this love that we received and this love that we are obligated to share, Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, you shall love Adonai your God. We are committed, we commit ourselves to engage in actively loving God. And sometimes loving God means loving each other and ourselves. And from that love that we experience, we try to find the power to move from oppression to redemption, to move from narrow places into wider and open spaces. Robanav Gevura Tov, when your children witness your presence, they praise your name in gratitude and they accepted your sovereignty. Moshe, Miriam, and all Israel sang to you together, lifting your voices with joy. Who is like you, O God? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Does it say, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Gal Israel.
Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety. And in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours.
Baruch atah Adonai Haborei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol Amo Yisrael Ve'al Yerushalayim.
It was a covenant throughout generations to keep Shabbat, to celebrate time as a sign of our ability to acknowledge that we have a soul and that we have the ability to create sacred spaces and sacred time. Shamru b'nei Israel et Shabbat. We are on page 162. Beshamru b'nei Israel et
Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, לדורות בברית עולם.
Beshamru b'nei Israel et
Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, לדורות בברית עולם. בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם.
Beshamru b'nei Israel et Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורות בברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות בברית עולם. וביום השביעי, now you can slow down and take a deep breath. Shabbat vaynafa, Shabbat vaynafa, Shabbat vaynafa, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות בברית עולם. Now, yes, we take a moment for personal prayer, for encounter with our souls. We ask from God to open our hearts and our lips and to connect between our souls and our ability to speak. May the words that our souls need to say come out of our mouths. So I invite you to follow the words of our Siddur, the words of our tradition, of our millennia-old tradition. And I also invite you to find your own words, the words that you need to say. We're on page 164.
Adonai Shabbat Tikvah Ufi Yagi Teilatecha Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
We are at the bottom of page 118. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Hu yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Ha'olam. We now turn our Siddurim to page 371. In these pandemic days, we think about all those that are dealing with the COVID-19, the coronavirus. We ask for their healing. We ask for their recovery. We ask for the healing of their souls and their bodies. We ask for all those that are exposing their lives for the sake of the well functioning of our society. We pray for their health. And we think of those that are dealing with illness, any other illness, many illness. And we think of those that are dealing with illness in their hearts, in their souls. We think of those dealing with addictions. As we raise a prayer as community, and we ask for the recovery, for the refuah shlema on page 371.
May the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We wish to all of them refuah shlema ve'achlama meira, a complete and a fast recovery. So once again, Shabbat Shalom everyone. Good Shabbos. I don't get tired of acknowledging the wonders of technology that allow us to gather during this time of physical distance. During the last couple of weeks, we have cried and laughed. We have mourned and we have celebrated in this non-ideal medium that nevertheless is ideal for the circumstances that we are experiencing. And so, thinking about mourning and celebration, I want to give context to this Shabbat. Several years ago, Reformed rabbis in Israel decided that just like the Shabbat between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur is a special one, and it's called Shabbat Shuvah, the Shabbat of return, and the Shabbat before Passover is called Shabbat Hagadol, the Great Shabbat. There should have also been something for the Shabbat between Yom HaShoah, Day of Remembrance of the Holocaust, and Yom Ha'atzmaut, the Day of Independence in the State of Israel. And so they named this special Shabbat that we celebrate today, Shabbat Kumah, the Shabbat of rebirth. In this Shabbat, many Reformed synagogues in Israel will chant with Torah trope the Declaration of Independence of the State of Israel. Maybe next year, Gabi. Other synagogues, on the same day of Yom Ha'atzmaut, will chant the celebratory verses of Hallel as if it was a Jewish holiday from the Torah. And indeed, the reality is that we have many reasons to celebrate. I often say that the State of Israel is the biggest miracle that happened to the Jewish people in the last 2,000 years. When I think about its existence as a fact in my world, different to what previous generations experienced, I can't help but think of this as a nes, a real miracle. But if we think about Israel just as a miracle, we might miss one of the most inspirational components that its existence symbolizes. 80 years ago, Jews in Europe were being killed in masses in the most horrific episode that humanity could have ever imagined. And some would say that if you were to tell the Jews who were being killed in the gas chambers that just a few years later there was going to be a Jewish state which was going to commit to protect Jews throughout the world, they wouldn't have believed it. But there is another truth to that faith. The state of Israel didn't come out of nowhere. Dreams, hopes, prayers of thousands of years were put into action by the Zionist movement, and they were present as well while the Shoah evil extermination was happening to the Jewish people. Many of those who were going through the most difficult, horrific, and unimaginable circumstances that humanity ever knew were able to dream, hope, pray, and act. The state of Israel wasn't born as a miracle. It was born as one of the biggest demonstrations of human hope, persistence, determination, and action that the world ever knew. Symbolically, this was happening while the world was experiencing the biggest horror that humanity ever knew. Shabbat Kumah is the one in which we celebrate the rebirth of our national home. And this is a religious, a national, and a cultural celebration. Whatever it is that connects you to the Jewish people should be triggered and uplifted by the existence of the state of Israel. And if that wasn't enough, there is another Torah, another lesson that we can take on a personal level. It is that in difficult times, devastating, horrific times, we can and need to fully embrace the pain and the bitterness of that experience. However, redemption is born on our ability to, in addition to that painful and terrible experience, dream, imagine, envision, hope, and pray for the reality that we want to experience. And as we do that, as individuals, as communities, as a people, and as a society, we start working toward the realization of those dreams, knowing that even when our circumstances are hard, we have to dream, envision, hope, pray, and act today. So in the near future, we can look backward and celebrate the miracle. Tonight, in this Shabbat Kumah, we acknowledge our privilege to live in a time in which there is a national home for the Jewish people. And we ask for the ability, as a people and as individuals, to keep envisioning and to keep dreaming. So make sure that today you dream. Shabbat Shalom. Now we are going to turn our Siddurim to page 377. For the blessing for the state of Israel. Right here. 377. I give it to you, Noah. Don't worry. Okay, so in yours it is two. Sorry, I made a mistake. Just give it to me 1 second. So you can set the camera. Sorry. Yep, 377.
Getting there, sorry.
377. אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל בגואלו. So, both.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו, ברך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו. הגן עליה בעברת חסדיך, ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך, ושלח אורך ועמיתך לראשיה, שריה ויועציה, ותקנם בעצה טובה מלפניך, ונתת שלום בארץ, ושמחת עולם ליושביה. ונאמר אמן. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
I invite you to turn your Siddurim now to page 651. Just the first two verses and the chorus of one of Israel anthems, Al Koleile. אפשר הביתה מן המרחקים על כל אלה שמונה לי אלי הטוב על הדבש ועל העוקץ על המר והמתוק אל תשכח את התקווה, השיבנו ונשובה אל הארץ הטובה. Return us and we will return to the good land. We now turn our Siddurim to page 598 as we remember there are people among our community that have passed away. If you are during the first 7 days of mourning, Shiva, please rise, and you can also write the names of your dear ones on the comments on our chat. If you are during the first 30 days of mourning, Shloshim, please rise. If you are during the cycle of the first year of mourning, please rise. And as you rise, please write the names of your dear ones. If you have a yortzeit this week, please rise. Now you can support our fellows by standing or sitting, joining us with your voices and your hearts, your intentions, on page 598 for mourners Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שם רבה, ועלמה דברה חילותה וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון ובימיכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב, באמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא. ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה. תושבחתה ונחמתה. תאמירם בעלמה באמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה. בחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל באמרו אמן. עושה שלום באמרומיו ויעשה שלום. עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל באמרו אמן. May the memories of your dear ones be a living blessing in your life. יהיה זכרם ברוך. Now we are going to turn our theory to page 144. We welcome the angels that announce the beginning of a sacred Shabbos at home. 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharei, Malachei Yom, Malachei Yom Lachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei
We invite you to raise your Kaddish cup home. We turn our theory now to page 123 or 2. Or 3 or 2. 2. ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם. ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה. The heaven and the earth were finished under array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it ceased from all work of creation that God had done. Sabri חבריי וחברותיי.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'rotzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon yirchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, ki hu yom tehila
למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת לחיים.
So, on page 570, let's make sure that we make our time count. Inneni mukhan zoma, inneni mukhan zoma, inneni mukhan zoma, mekayem mitzvat Hashem. Inneni mukhan zoma, inneni mukhan zoma, inneni mukhan zoma, mekayem mitzvat Hashem. כמו שכתוב בתורה, הנני מוכן למסורה. כמו שכתוב בתורה, הנני מוכן למסורה. נקיים את מצוות השם של ספירת העומר. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו בציוונו על ספירת העומר. Our praise to you, Adonai sovereign, O folk who hallows us with the mitzvot, commanding us to count the Homer. היום 16 יום, שהם 2 שבועות ו2 ימים להומר. Today is the 16th day, which is 2 weeks and 2 days of the Homer. And now we, after counting the Homer, we also count all these creatures, all these beloved people that bring joy to our lives. We count the people that we can count on and count on us. We think about our beloved parents. We think about our beloved children. We think about people that we love. And as we think of them, we transfer to them the millennia-old blessings of our people and the love that has gone from generation to generation and that we have today in our hearts. And we want to make sure that we give with a bit of that love to each of those that are surrounding us. So we say to, if you're blessing your children, we say to our boys, Simech Elohim k'Ephraim v'k'Menashe. May God inspire to be like Ephraim and Menashe. If you have your daughters around you, you say, Simech Elohim v'Simche Elohim k'Sara, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. May God inspire you to be like the great mothers of Israel, the house of Israel. And to all of them we say, Adonai, Merish Melech. May God bless you and protect you. Adonai, Panav Elecha, may God's light shine upon you. May God be gracious to you. Adonai, Panav Elecha. May God's presence be in you always. With integrity, with health, with love. God bless you with community, with safety. Shalom. the courage. Adonai Yevarech, may God bless us. With Amor, His people, with peace, with wholeness. Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.